Prasad, ladies and gentlemen, first a word of apology. Parliament is in the peak of its session. I have got a bill today, we have got a parliamentary party meeting in the morning. We have the Vietnamese IT minister having an appointment with me. I have my roster duty in the parliament. 1 o'clock is a lunch given by the speaker on the Hindu New Year's Day to all the MPs. Amidst all this, because of the insistence of Jayant Prasad, I decided to agree, but I never knew that I would have to spend so much time also in the traffic. Therefore, I'm sorry I'm late. Permit me that. And also I'll seek your indulgence to speak for 15-20 minutes and then leave, because I have to be at the lunch of the speaker, which is also a part of our parliamentary protocol. I would love to take few questions also, time permitting. I'm very happy that this great initiative has been taken by Jayant Prasad and his team. You know, South Asia today is home to not only a big chunk of the world population, but South Asia is also home to the biggest component of the aspirational population of the world. Whenever I see young India, whenever I see young Bangladesh, whenever I see young Myanmar, I see the SAARC countries. When I travel a lot, I interact a lot, I see a profound glimmer of hope in their eyes. We have to make it. And India, being an important country in the region, surely would be privileged to share some of its own experiences in the field of growth with equity. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are doing in India, and I'm sure in many parts of the region as well, that growth is important, but equity is also important. The world has debated for too long whether growth is important, what should be the form, what shall be the form of distribution. As I say, in my country, in Hindi, we have debated too long कि रोटी कैसे बांटी जाएगी. रोटी की सियासत बहुत हुई है बांटने की. But you need to increase the number of bread so that distribution becomes easier. And I think in many ways the same is the problem of the neighboring countries, the South Asian countries. Therefore the problems are the same, the degrees may differ. The aspiration is the same. How can we leverage this into a very uniform idea to go together, regardless of our differences, which may be there, which will be there. In India, in the field of ICT, I have the benefit of handling the communication portfolio, the IT and electronics portfolio. And you all know that India is linked to the world through optical fiber under the sea. There are 2 gateways available. One gateway we are making from Chennai to Andaman Nicobars again. Recently, I inaugurated the gateway from Bangladesh to India via Tripura in the field of broadband sharing to the Chittagong areas. And more we can do. But today, I wish to share what we are doing in India, which can be of help to the representatives of the country in the region. We are undertaking some very transformational program. Digital India, Make in India, Startup India, Stand Up India, Scale India, Smart Cities are all ICT enabled programs designed to make Indians an empowered Indian and India an empowered society. And when our government came to power, our Prime Minister, in the course of campaign, gave a very important slogan. IT plus IT is equal to IT. India's talent plus information technology is equal to India tomorrow. This shall be an important focus of our priorities. And I never knew that after the government will come to power, he will handle this important responsibility to me. is our focus, ladies and gentlemen. Banking the unbanked, funding the unfunded, securing the unsecured, taxing the untaxed, giving a voice to the unheard. These 4 or 5 are illuminating principles whereby we seek to make and empower Indians. Digital India basically has 3 components. The first, it is affordable. We are creating technology at a fraction of a cost to which the world is known technologies can be developed. You may have heard about Aadhaar. Let me very briefly give you what is the digital profile of India, ladies and gentlemen. In a population of 1.25 billion, India is home to 1.08 billion mobile phones. We have added mobile phones in India in the last 2.5 years equal to the population of France and Italy. India is home to 350 million, 35 crore smartphones. The smartphones are moving computers. We have got 1.12 billion Indians on Aadhaar, 112 crores. Verifiable digital identity kept under safe and secure conditions, duly backed by a parliamentary legislation. And we have got 500 million, 50 crore internet, landline and both wireless. The biggest startup movement in the world is picking up in India. Now, why I said affordable? Affordable is that Aadhaar has been developed at $2 each, the cheapest in the world. And the Aadhaar platform undertakes nearly 25 to 30 million verification every day at zero cost. Therefore, the technology is affordable. And that's what we are doing. Subsequently, I'll unfold some of my other ideas. Secondly, it is inclusive. That's important. Today, every Indian wants to possess a smartphone because he knows this is my gateway to success. And this particular incident I will always quote. 2 in particular. They are legendary. I always give them a lot of focus in my initiative of mass contact. My office is at the Shastri Electronics Niketan and I sit as law minister in the Shastri Bhavan. There was a red light and I found a rickshaw thelawala who used to transport small goods on his manual pedal rickshaw. Was handling 2 smartphones and there was a red light there. So the siren started disturbing like, keep quiet, let me watch this phenomenon. And he was telling one of his clients that I have delivered your goods, no problem. And the second he said, kindly wait, it will take some time more. No one told him, but he realized that if I have to be in business, I have to be on digital platform. And not only one smartphone, but 2 smartphones. That is how India is picking up. And we are encouraging this great quest of communication spread by powering the principle. This is the age of information. Information is power. India is home to the largest spread of Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the WhatsApp movement, or whatever you call it, after USA. Therefore, this digital movement is inclusive. The first was affordable, the second was inclusive. And what is the third? It is developmental. It seeks to focus upon the developmental imperatives of the people in the most deprived community. And therefore, when this whole movement started, when our government came to power, ladies and gentlemen, we sought to articulate this whole theme of digital India. And the first was, Digital India is designed to bridge the digital divide between digital haves and digital have-nots. The second, Digital India is more for the poor, for the underprivileged. And the biggest success of Digital India would come about when a tea vendor, and a pan wala, a chai wala, a manual workers, seeks to explore newer avenues of growth and business by application of digital technology. Why I am focusing more on a smartphone, ladies and gentlemen? Because internet used through a smartphone is the biggest example which India is developing. And I'm sure the South Asian countries are also doing in a very great way. Therefore, we are consciously promoting that. Now, with these three principles, we are very of the clear view that the UN has outlined 17 developmental goals to measure the success of a society. Digital India and digital inclusion must become an important component of that. And where I think all the countries of this region can convey this common conclusion of this interaction, that it is time to look seriously into the digital inclusive initiatives of India and the neighboring countries to become a benchmark of the UN Success Index. That's how I feel. How are we putting it on the ground, ladies and gentlemen? We give subsidies a lot. Subsidies are at times pilfered by the middlemen. It is claimed by fictitious persons. And I'm sure this is not a problem of India, it is a problem of all the neighboring countries. The daughter was never born, but she became a widow and is getting widow pension. Now we came with a direct benefit transfer scheme, with a JAM trinity. What is JAM? Jandhan, Aadhaar, Mobile. We unleashed a big initiative of opening the accounts of those who don't have bank accounts, banking the unbanked. And within a short span of nearly an year, we have till now opened 270 million bank accounts of the poor who never had any bank account. In the opening of those bank accounts, we used digital technology in a very substantial way. Now what happened? What is JAM? Jandhan account, seeded with the Aadhaar, linked to the mobile. And we started directly pushing the subsidy into the bank account of the poor people, from the Manrega payment, from the gas subsidy payment, from the kerosene payment, from the ration shop, etc. All are subsidy based. Nearly 84 schemes are there in center and some of the states. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to tell you we saved 50,000 crores, $8 billion plus, which used to be pocketed by middlemen and fictitious persons. Rajiv Gandhi had made a very, very powerful statement. I send rupees 100 from Delhi, only rupees 15 reach on the ground. What DBT is doing is, whatever center sends goes into the bank account directly. And therefore, Aadhaar is a unique technological innovation of India, whereby we are pushing digital inclusion, digital delivery in a very, very powerful way, based upon the premise, digital governance is good governance, digital delivery is faster delivery, digital ecosystem is transparent ecosystem. And yes, we have to encounter firewalls, but I'm very happy to tell you that digital technology has a unique way of leaving its footprint in its own way. How India is changing in terms of digital inclusion, I would like to give you 2-3 examples. And I'm pushing it in a very, very big movement. The first is obviously connecting the entire 250,000 Gram Panchayats of India by optical fiber. Earlier it was known as NOFN, National Optical Fiber Network. We did the technology, made it more powerful. Now we call it BharatNet. This was launched in 2011. When our government came to power, only 358 kilometers of optical fiber had been laid in 3 years. In 2.5 years, we have laid 1,77,000 kilometers. That is the speed with which we are working. And nearly 80,000 Gram Panchayats have been properly brought in the optical fiber network. We are going to push it by 2018. We hope to link all the 50,000 Gram Panchayat cluster of villages of India. Recently in the budget, I have persuaded one initiative, Digi Gaon, Digi Village. What is Digi Village? 1,000 villages shall be made completely technologically sufficient, powered by a dynamic collector in a good district. We will bring in optical fiber, we will bring in Wi-Fi connectivity, we will bring in solar power, virtual classroom, and link to the primary health center and district health center. This is a great initiative we are taking, and once, depending upon the success of 1,000 villages, we will activate it more. But what excites me, ladies and gentlemen, which other countries of the region can replicate, is a big movement of digital delivery by village level entrepreneurs, which we call common service centers. When our government has come to power, there are hardly 70,000 in a very skeleton condition. I will scale it up to 200,000. We'll make it 250,000. They are in rural areas, semi-urban areas, run by women, Dalit women in the hills of India, in the plains of India, making Aadhaar card, PAN card, acting as banking correspondent, delivering results. About 150 to 200 services they are entering. I've also met them center of collection of electricity bill. They can get you reservation for a railway ticket. The Uber has got an agreement with them to get more drivers from the rural parts who are trained. Ramdev Baba has got an agreement with them to deliver his own Ayurvedic medicines to them. But what is important is, with a mouse in their hand, they are changing their life. And I got inspired to push this movement in a very big way after seeing the condition of Bajanti Devi of Bihar, truly tortured by her in-laws, very, very poor family, probably Dalit. Some or other she got love affair with the mouse. And then she started a common service center. Today about 20 ladies work with her. I can see, I visited her village. And then I held a special program for training Dalit women to run the common service center in Bodh Gaya. About 500 Dalit women got trained. And how I encouraged them. In Delhi, in a trade fair, we had got Digital India theme this time. I said, erect the big photograph of Bajanti Devi and others, and mine is small. They are the real change agent of India, which we need to encourage. The second particularly I would like to tell you is a CSC center in Chhattisgarh. I am forgetting the name of the lady. She has trained 500 young girls, daughters of farm laborers, made them digitally literate, and now they are working as supervisors in digital delivery of services in the common service center. Based upon that experience, ladies and gentlemen, we are pushing digital literacy in a very, very big way. We have already trained about 1 million Indians, 10 lakhs. Now we wish to make it 60 million Indians in digital literacy by a proper government funded program. All these are done in terms of digital inclusion. How we are using digital technology for common use. My farmers used to have problems selling his products. And the local mandi used to be exploited by the local wombs. I asked my people to find a way out, and then we came with e-market. What is NAM? Mandi for farmers. What is this? At a click of a button, you have got 58 mandis available before you. The price of all the crop is known to you. You please talk to them and dispose of your crop which is lying with you after the season over. And now we wish to scale it up to 300 mandis more to make it more. I come from Bihar. A lot of patients used to come from Bihar to get treatment in the AIMS. First you have to come to get yourself registered, and then a date is given, and then you go back. I told my people, find a way out to this. And then we came with e-hospital. At a click of a button, You can register yourself, tell your ailment, a date will be given to you, a doctor will wait for you. And about 50 hospitals today are linked to this whole scheme. Many of the retired people are sitting here, I am seeing them. Jeevan Pramanam. I was told by many of the pensioners that every year in November we have to certify ourselves that we are alive to get the pension continued. After retirement they used to go with their children in abroad, or people retired in Delhi went to Kerala. I asked them to find a way out, then Jeevan Pramanam started. You can show yourself alive digitally and the pension will be continued. About 1.5 million pensioners are using that. Then e-scholarship. What is e-scholarship? A scholarship dispersal was a big problem. We channelized that. Today, e-scholarship portal has 10.5 million Indians who are at a click of a button knowing where are they, what benefits are available. There are many I don't want to use more for the sake of time. This is how we are spreading digital delivery of services for common people in quest of good governance. And I'm very happy this movement is picking up very fast. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you two examples as to how India is becoming digitally empowered, because it has picked up a momentum and I'm sure many of you can replicate those experiences. I learned about a lady, Satamma Devi of Telangana. She became digitally literate. I tweeted to congratulate her. Then she became a celebrity. A senior minister of the government of India has congratulated you. Then the Telugu TV channels went to talk to her. Then she became more famous. Then I decided to talk to her. She doesn't know Hindi or English either. She was very overwhelmed that she was talking to me. I asked, she's a Bidi Majdoor, you remember, lowliest of the low. I asked her how you became digitally literate. And the reply which she gave, ladies and gentlemen, is a remarkable indication of the aspirational urge of India. She said, I have a son who works as a plumber in Dubai, and I was missing my grandson. And someone said, if you want to talk to your grandson and see his face, learn to operate the Skype. And to operate the Skype, I became computer literate. And no one told her, but she could find the response. And the second is very fascinating. There is a startup which goes to Digital Desh, which sits in Delhi in a car and moves in the country for 3-4 months and picks up the story as to how people are changing their life with the application of mobile phone and a smartphone. But the most fascinating is the story of Ritik of Ocha near Jhansi in Uttar Pradesh. There is a lot of forts, a lot of tourists come from abroad, from Europe, also from Spain. His father was running a souvenir shop, would speak broken English, and his Spanish tourists did not speak English. Now the young boy Ritik could learn the problem, went to Google, picked up a crash course of Spanish and started speaking Spanish, and the word spread, go to that shop, a young boy speaks Spanish, and the business grew. This is the changing mood of India, and I'm very happy that Indians are now picking up the norms of digital spread in a very, very powerful way. We are also involving people of India in dissemination of information. We have a digital platform, MyGov, where people can share their views. For governance, they talk to the Prime Minister, they talk to me, and they are very, very innovative ideas. We asked them to design the logo of Swachh Bharat. This is a big campaign of the government. And these two spectacles of Gandhiji was created by them, which is the logo of Swachh Bharat. You know what is our experience, ladies and gentlemen, very briefly concluding. Our experience is that if you trust your people with digital technology, they not only get empowered, but they help you in the growth process. That is our experience. And from hospital to education to scholarship to health, what I shared with you, I see a very powerful movement, and my Prime Minister is one of the few leaders of the world who could see the power of this long ago. He asked all of us to be on the Facebook, to take complaints on the Facebook and Twitter. I was on Facebook from before I became minister, but he's particular. And last 2 points, how you can improve the quality of governance by application of digital technology, which the neighboring countries in South Asia must follow. I remember just a week that I had become a minister. An Indian from Australia put a complaint on my Facebook. Mr. Minister, you have become minister. I sent a parcel to my widowed mother in Ludhiana in Punjab. It is more than 3 months, no delivery. Will you do something? I don't know what to do. I sent a message to Ludhiana Postal District. If by tomorrow evening the delivery is not done, action will follow from Delhi. And by lunchtime the delivery was done. That is the power of digital India. In my state there was a 92 years old lady, we have a Kisan Vikas Patra. And she came for the encashment of that. And a news item came that she came to the post office 4 times and she did not get the encashment. She went back in disgust. And someone sent me that news item on my Facebook. It was a very moving story, you know. And I said to the people in Bihar, you will go with the check to that lady to her village tomorrow, give us 2 pieces of roses, deliver the check, get a photograph and WhatsApp me. And if it is not done by the evening, action will follow from Delhi. And again by the morning itself delivery was done. You can monitor governance by the use of digital technology. Lastly, I am also the Minister of Electronics, ladies and gentlemen, and the PM asked me, Ravi, you have got so many mobile, how many of them are manufactured in India? And that was a solid state. We started pushing in a big way. I am very happy to tell you, in the last 2 years, 72 new mobile manufacturing factories have come in India. And about 11 crore, 10.1 million have been manufactured. India is becoming a big hub of electronic manufacturing, and our theme is come, make in India for India and also export outside. The neighboring countries, the ASEAN countries, South Asia. And that movement is picking up. And one big CMD of a big Chinese company who has invested in India is waiting for me after I rush back. It is a very exciting time, ladies and gentlemen. I can go on. It is a very fascinating subject. And as Jan said, I have been an activist from my student life. I had the privilege to work under a legendary leader, Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan. When I was a young student, I went to jail even before the emergency. I have seen India grow. I am a parliamentarian for the last 17 years. I have been a minister. On behalf of my party, I have been in charge of 8 states. So I observe how Indian democracy works and evolves. But the sheer metamorphosis which digital India is unleashing in the country is mind-boggling. And I'm sure it is going to create a better India. And I think if you learn the lessons from this, it will also create a better South Asia. Thanks a lot. Namaskar.